Hi, this is ID12 Scrappy Productions, bringing you Time Travel Hotel Achievement / Trophy / Easter Egg. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to turn on electricity. Once you turn on electricity, you got to go back up to the middle where you spawn, next to Quick Revive. And all four of you guys have to hit the button at the same time, which will turn into night, and there'll be an asteroid in the where the Pack-a-Punch is on the roof. Alright, so anyways, first thing you want to do is go to where the HUD is at the very bottom. There's going to be a long pole or tower thing. There's going to be a button on the side of the wall. You're going to hit that button and plaques will go up on your side and also on the other side. So what you're going to do is you're going to have one person on the other side and he's going to step on a plaque and he's going to tell you which symbol it is. Once he tells you that, tell him to get off the plaque and you'll get on the plaque looking for it. Go through each plaque looking for it until you find it. Once you find it, step back on the plaque and tell him to get on the plaque. And once you do that, the plaque will go into the ground and you keep repeating that process until you find all the plaques. And once all the plaques are found, it should turn back to day. Alright, so once it turns back to day, you gotta hit the 4 buttons again, and now this time you gotta go to where the mud side is, and 3 of your players gotta be on this pressure plate. So once 3 of your players on the pressure plate, 1 player will go down the slide and you hit the bottom, which seems like nothing happens, but basically what happens is it sends the people who are trapped to another spot, which is kind of retarded, but whatever. So yeah, it sends them to another spot, and then you're done with that part and you'll have another orb. Alright, so the next thing you want to do after that is you're going to want to get the new gun, which I don't know exactly what it's called, but I call it the baby gun. So you got to get that gun. So once you get it, you gotta go over where the slide is again, the water slide, but don't go down it. Right next to it, up top on this little cliff, it's gonna be like red and glowing. Basically, you gotta shoot out enough. You have to shoot with just the ray gun, but just shoot it. And once you shoot it, a little orb will fall down and roll. And you gotta walk up and shoot it with the baby gun. And once you shoot it, it shrink to a small little orb. Knife it with your knife and make it go down the water slide. Follow down the water slide and it'll float on over to where the little water sprout thing is that shoots you up. Walk over there, shoot up with it, and you'll have another orb down. And that will be your 3rd orb, I'm pretty sure, that you'll have.
Shots out in this party, ladies rocking in their stilettos, fellas watching with their binoculars. I'm gonna make real moves a lot. Get up, stand up for your right. It's time for me, my friends. Are you ready? Are you
Alright, so the next thing is you gotta do is you gotta hit the 4 or the 4 starting things again, and then you gotta go underground to where the little turn knob is. You gotta turn that 4 times until the gas chambers release and gas starts flowing out of the pipes. Once you do that, you gotta find a napalm zombie and you gotta take them to, you gotta walk them through the fire, the little thing, so that way the gas catches on fire. And once all the gas little burst pipes catch on fire, you must pull a lever and then kill the napalm zombie. Alright, so the next thing you're going to want to do now is you're going to want to get spike claymores, which you can find on the wall right next to where you turn on electricity. Once you get that, you got to go where the waterfall slide is in that little cave part, and you got to set them up so that you can shoot the spikes into the wall because they have holes in the wall. And I'll plug up the hole in the wall. You need at least 3. We do it with 3, but it's best if you do it with 4 or 3. It depends what you want to do. So if you do it 3, you gotta find crawlers, and you gotta make your crawlers come by, and you gotta have your crawlers set them off. Once you set them all off, and there's no holes in the wall, go by where the little pond is, or where the waterfall is, right next to it, and there's gonna be a rock in the middle. Once you see that rock, go behind it, and there should be a switch which will turn on the water power, and more water will flow down, which will send the heroes into another part of the map. Another chamber. Alright, so the next part I'd have to say is the hardest because you gotta find 12 plaques on the wall, and once you find them you gotta knife them until they glow. Alright, so there's 5 in the spawn area, 5 plaques in spawn. There's 2 on the right side. There's 3 down below underneath the map, or underground. And there's 2 on the mud side. So once you find all the plaques, you must destroy a trap which is right on the right side, and it's located right next to the hut. And basically just throw a grenade or a monkey and blow it up, and you'll destroy it.
Remember turning on the light.
Then after that, wheel on the kid, it's one on the left. You get it until you four dot line on top. The one behind it, you're gonna have to turn it until the 3 dot symbol is on the top. The one as soon as you enter to the right is 1 dot, which is gonna be on top, and the one on the behind it is a smiley face or 2 dots and a half square. And once you do that, it should turn back to day. And make sure to go outside and check to make sure you have the stone, because if you don't, you got to keep doing that until you get the stone, and making sure the symbols are right. Okay, so now you gotta hit 4 bongs that are the correct ones. There's a total of 8 bongs. The way you'll know if you hit a wrong bong is the stone or the orb. The orb will turn red, and that means you hit a wrong one. Once you hit the 4 right ones, the thing will start to spin, and there'll be like red spinning little things around it. And that's when you know you hit the right one, because there'll be a little music come. So once you hit ones, that's when you gotta shoot it with. Once it's spinning and you shoot it, you gotta stand underneath the orb, because once you shoot it, the dynamite will fall and you must push X once you're underneath it, and it'll go up into your inventory if you did it right. If you don't have all the orbs, then once you shoot it, it'll stop and everything will turn back to day. So you gotta make sure you have all the orbs, and once you have all the orbs, you shoot it, and if you're underneath it, you just hold X, and you'll have it in your inventory, like you see in the video. Once you have the dynamite, you must go to where you're gonna upgrade your gun, and everybody must step on the stones. So once that happens, you walk up to where Pack-a-Punch used to be, and there should be a wall, and you stand there and wait for the heroes to stop talking. Once they stop talking, hold X on the wall, and you'll give them the dynamite. So once you give them the dynamite, wait for the water will flow you back down. Once that happens, do that again. And this time, when you go back up, when you go back up, the wall will be gone and there'll be a stone there. Once you get the stone, you'll have all the perks, basically. Only you, though. So make sure you put your best player there, so that way he gets all the perks. And you'll have those perks even if you get down or die. You'll keep them no matter what. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below.
That's all, folks.